Alright, guys, we are live. Um, I still have that test game that I had on originally, just kind of playing in the background for now. I could kind of just, you know, turn it off. Or no, that's my camera. Turn it off. I'm not sure. Just have something on in the background while we wait, I suppose. This isn't even an LoG game. This was a different league. um, I was just looking to see if they had a stream up already. Between I Bleed Green, new guy I obviously don't know, and Matt, who's control of Oklahoma. I do have some stats that I took some pictures of while I was on the game earlier today. I also realized that conference championship week there's no recruiting, so I was really logging in just to see how that was going. I can't even see anything, so I took that time to actually look at some stats. Try to throw them in somewhere during those games, or at least know how these teams works. Because, like have said throughout my own games this season, I have not really paid too much attention to what is going on outside of even my own games, really. I mean, let alone outside of my own conference. And right now, I'm not really interested in doing an ACC championship game, although that's already happened. Um, as the Tar Heels pulled off the upset in that game. Interestingly enough, over the Mustangs. Um, Playoff team in real life last year and was controlled by one of the best users in the league. um, but quite the win there. Um, but looking outside the conference, I'm doing the SEC championship game. If y'all support me enough, and I really am feeling it, I will consider doing that Big Ten championship. That's going to happen later around 8:30 Eastern. Just being on the lookout for stream here. Once one of them posts, I'm not sure who's streaming. I'm gonna assume it's the Alabama guy, the I Bleed Green 65, but I only know him by his PSN user because I looked it up. It doesn't really have a name in their group chat besides Bama, so I don't want to just call him Bama. I mean, I could call him Bama, suppose. Just say Bama the whole game. Um, okay. And we are coming up on 5:30, so they should be getting ready to kick off soon. And yeah, as I promised during that test broadcast, I'm in a much better setting. I'm still on my phone looking for this stream. Probably hasn't started yet. When uh, when I post the actual stream, I will have the in-game audio on too. And they'll have the commentators on. I mean, I'm not going to tell them to turn it off. I had commentators on during my own games this season. Um, I just don't really feel a need to turn it on now when I'm playing a game, playing a stream that happened in a different league, anyways. Alright, well, Matt just replied to me. The only thing about these streams is this does lag significantly behind what is actually happening. Just, alright, so they said about 10 minutes till kickoff. It's fine with me. I'm on the stream a little early today. Um, I did consider, somebody offered the possibility of being of a color commentator. Excuse my stuttering. It happens a lot, even when I'm not trying to be locked in and reading a defense, clearly. But somebody offered to be my color commentator today, and it's a possibility. Maybe like when we go to college football playoffs, and I try to do a game or two here and there for the playoffs. Um, if they're available to do that. I would love to have a color commentator, but for now, I like the idea of just trying to at least test and see how this is going to go. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I did a conference championship game on Madden 23. That was the last time I've loaded this thing up, I believe. That was 2 years ago. Check that, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. That's how long it's been. Check me on my facts before I say stuff. That makes any sense. Okay. I can just ignore that phone call. Don't know what they want. Um, so just kind of fill in some time. Let's see. Can I have a widget up here. The one thing about this is I'm trying to. Okay. Trying to have a little fun with this. pull the chat doc up. Why not? Put that. Not there. There. Okay. So if anybody puts anything in the chat, I can now see it. Or I should be able to. But once that stream goes up, we'll be on that and we'll get underway. Let's see if Discord. Control C. So I got a stream. I got the Alabama stream, so that's what we're going to be watching this from. So I'm going to, change this. No, not that. I keep hitting video capture device. That's my camera. All right. So this is what we're really looking for. Now I shall post in Discord. So yeah, I have his stuff pulled up. I just haven't turned on the desktop audio, mainly because I don't want to be copyrighted for doing this. And nothing really bad will happen. It would just be a copyright strike. You wouldn't be able to, or not strike, whatever's the lower of the two of that. That would completely take out all sound, including my commentary. It sucks when that happens, so I prefer not to cut on the desktop audio right away. But yeah, I can see number 5 versus number 7. Lots of playoff implications on the line here. More than likely, both of these teams are in. Assuming that the College Football 26 algorithm has it right, where in real life, in real life, you don't really get punished for losing a conference championship. That precedent was set back in 2022 when TCU went undefeated, lost to 3-loss Kansas State in that game. Really did not, at least in my opinion, did not deserve a spot in the playoff. I mean, it was great that they knocked off Michigan. That was hilarious. I'm an Ohio State fan. Of course, that's going to be hilarious. But I was in Atlanta for that other semifinal game, of course. And even the Georgia fans, all of them were cheering for it. So it was a huge win for the entire country. But nevertheless, I feel like they didn't deserve that playoff spot in 2022, but that really set a precedent because if you lose to a 3-loss team in your conference championship but still don't fall out of a 4-team playoff, why should either of these teams, if they lose, fall out of a 12-team playoff? This is really just to see who gets the first round bye and who will be playing in the first round. And Oklahoma could be playing on the road in the first round if they lose this game. They could be, depending on how the rest of the rankings shake up. Wish we had like a neon for this so I could see like the live scores on my phone, like we do with Madden. But they're taking their time to get kicked off here. I mean, all I know is UNC beat SMU in that ACC championship, and then Delaware also won the Conference USA. What a season for Mike, by the way. First season with a new FBS team, already winning a Conference USA championship. Perhaps an ACC invite's on the way at some point. I don't know. then he'll be in my conference. So I know where I can look to see where the rankings are at because yeah, Ride Red posts the rankings. He posts his own rankings and then he denotes where each of them is ranked in reality. Yeah, Robo was number one in both polls. Yeah, he was number one, and he lost to Evan. I don't really have a memory of playing him, and he's in my conference, which is a little scary, but I didn't have to play against either of those guys this year. I played against Koopy and got my tail whooped, which is why I'm here instead of on the sticks. I mean, that sim loss against Miami didn't help either, but might not have happened if I had a little bit more motivation to hop on at like 10 o'clock at night after a work night. Didn't really care as much after that Florida State loss. Yeah, enough about my own games. Yeah, I see you, Mike. I see you running it with Delaware over there. I mean, like I said, haven't been paying too much attention to the rest of the league this year. Um, I mean, when I was playing in men, it was a lot easier because we had Neon, um, and Neon would absolutely track everything that was happening. So it would be a lot easier to pay attention to stuff. For me, I'd had to just go on the game earlier today to kind of get myself up to speed. I have no idea what happened for these two teams this year besides player stats and maybe some team stats along the way. If you hear that upstairs, just ignore that. That's one of the dogs I'm dog sitting this weekend, barking up a storm. Yeah, when I went to reset my stream settings, OBS made me kick off the stream a lot sooner than I originally anticipated. Anyways, those of you who are watching right now, who do you think's gonna win this? I'd like to see some opinions while we're waiting for this stream or waiting for them to kick off here. Nah, it looks like they're going. They're sending it. It's interesting. The guy that has eye bleed green is the Crimson Tide. You'd think he'd be like Michigan State or Notre Dame or something. Notre Dame doesn't even wear green, ironically, even though they're the Fighting Irish. At least not one of their main colors. Just an interesting thought I had. Notre Dame being a Fighting Irish, but not really having green in their color scheme. I mean, I know it's like one of their deep backup colors. And he's up there barking on. Anyways, you see Mercedes-Benz Stadium, both teams getting their run out onto the field. You just saw the Sooners run out, and now the Crimson Tide coming out of their end. If this matchup were to happen in real life, this would be a major home field advantage for the Crimson Tide. Oklahoma having to travel maybe just under 1,000 miles to get to Atlanta. Alabama just a couple hundred miles. Not even that. They've been here several times. Oklahoma, a new SEC team, but of course controlled by Matt, being one of the better users I've known from the Madden side of things. I don't know much about I Bleed Green, but anyways, we're going to get to know more about him because we are underway from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And Matt will take the ball first. He'll start at the 25. He did not dare to bring that kickoff out of the end zone. And we're seeing some adjustments here early on from Bama, as he's trying not to fall for the strip ball stuff here. I have the Discord up too, just to see what's going on in there. But that's on my phone. I'm just mainly locked in. And what kind of alignment is this from Alabama? If that running back runs an out route, he's going to be wide open. And there it is. He had a zone over there on that side, which is why he didn't get very far, though. I just don't understand that the purpose of having a man on the running back from the one side of the line to try and cover him on the other side. Jaden Ott didn't get much there out of the passing game. He had over 1,000 yards rushing this season, and there it is on the ground, but not much here. A gain of a yard. And Oklahoma is going to have to throw it here on third down. As now John Batir, their quarterback, is going to have to drop back and throw. And the pressure comes. He gets it away. Double covered. Picked off by the Crimson Tide. Past midfield to the 40. A huge play to start this game from the Tide's defense. As Matt, threw in the double coverage, was desperate, did not want to punt the ball away, and instead he threw an interception. You might say that's an arm punt, but that wouldn't be a very good punt, and they had a decent return on it too, as he's on the fringe of field goal range right off the bat before he takes the field. And now a false start, and this is something I fell victim to a lot in this game. You call a lot of audibles, and then you try to hike the ball, and instead of hiking the ball, you have linemen that move early. And now you're going to get a handoff here, and he breaks free. A gain of 10 for Richard Young. Now with the false start, he still has 5 yards to go for the first down. It's now 2nd and 5. Alabama was a very balanced team this year. He definitely ran the ball. He ran the ball for over 1,000 yards, but no receiver had over 1,000 yards receiving, including Ryan Williams, which is very interesting for somebody who's controlling Alabama. And the pressure got there, and it's incomplete. A bad throw there from Kellen Russell, and now it's 3rd and 5. Keelan Russell. I mispronounced that. I knew I'd mispronounce something at some point. Looks like a cover 4 or cover 2. It's cover 2, and it's incomplete. He tried to split the two safeties. That's always the smart thing to do when you have those two safeties back there in the cover 2, but he didn't have time to do that. Now, a 51-yard field goal, not going to be easy. He adjusts the camera angle for the kick, which is very smart, and he drills it. So the interception only nets 3 points. He didn't have to even get a single first down to do that. He actually went 3 and out. But he still got 3 points out of that drive, if you want to even call it a drive. And he's not going to bring this one out. Hearing the other commentators saying, oh, these guys are knocking them through like it's automatic. In fact, I forgot to turn on the audio. There we go.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25.
But, of course it's automatic. It's computer kickers in this game are nuts. Now, of course, that was a user kick, and that was a good kick as Jaden Ott gets tackled for a loss. And they continue to go backwards. I almost wonder if I should move my video up to the top right for the next game. So I'm not blocking the scoreboard. That might be something to consider.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust.
Like I said, this is kind of a test for future streams. And he's going for the deep shot here. And it is broken up by Alabama.
Big shot here early in the game by the offense.
3rd and 12 coming up, and Matt is in trouble. He has not gotten anything going on offense. He's trying to rely on his running back, Jaden Ott, but he's going to have to throw again, and nobody open into double coverage again, and this time it's not intercepted, so he'll get a chance to punt it back to Alabama at least.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial
and this Tide defense is on lockdown right now. They are not giving anything up, and here's the punt. First one of the game for either team. And he didn't fair catch that. He got by the first man, and he's tackled by the second guy after a short return. As Matt went for the hit stick, and I don't really blame him after what happened, what has been going on offense. He needs something, either a takeaway on defense or special teams play or something to go his way. But right now, nothing going. I was like, please get off that camera angle. You're not kicking a field goal right now. It's not very good for my broadcast anyways. But anyways, play action, roll out to the left. Wide open, tight end, complete. Already deep into Oklahoma territory.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain.
And Edwards had nobody near him.
First down here for this offense.
And now split backfield with 2 running backs here for Alabama. Of course, Young, the primary running back. And he's going to get the handoff here, and it was well read by Matt.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play.
Lost some yards, 2nd and 11 as Lewis made the tackle. That was even with the right defensive end getting absolutely pancaked.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss.
Shotgun, play action. It's been working well for him, but this time somebody's on the tight end. It doesn't matter. 1st and goal. And this is what I said about Alabama. They have been diversified in what they do on offense. They don't just run the ball. They don't just throw the ball to one receiver. As he finds a guy out of the slot, and he gets an easy 22 yards out of it. 23 yards. He was at the 31 before.
Alabama's offense now.
And now what will they do on 1st and goal?
BB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap.
Say if this is man coverage, they have a good chance of getting a touchdown here on this play. And they get it to the 3. A little closer with that pitch and catch from Russell. Right now, Alabama's offense is rolling. Whereas Oklahoma's offense has not had much going. Well, anything going, actually. They've gone backwards. on their 2 series, and Alabama
Motion from the offense.
is in complete control to this point. If they punch this in, there'll be a 2-score game, and it looks like they're going to with the RPO. Touchdown! Roll Tide!
Just get the ball into the hands of your guy and let him do the rest of the heavy lifting with the yards after the catch.
And that is Jalen Hale again. He made the 23-yard catch that set up 1st and goal, and on the RPO, he converts it, gives them a 10-0 lead here early on in this SEC championship. And remember, Oklahoma had the ball first, too. So this is not going to be a fun game for Matt if this keeps up. He's got to do something here. He has to do something. And he's not going to bring the kickoff out. I would have thought maybe with him being down by 10, he would have, but Matt, being a very experienced player when it comes to these football games, Madden and college football, he knows that there's still a lot of game left. And on his RPO, it is blown up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better. And
it's now 2nd and 9.
Second down after that previous play.
This is some very airtight defense from Alabama. Nothing's working. Deep ball's not working. RPO's not working. A quick out is not working. And now Alabama sends 5. He does have time. He goes over the top, and it is dropped. The Sooners really needed a big play, and they had it right there.
Even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job.
But it is incomplete. Now they have another 3rd and long. Empty backfield here. Cover 2 look from Alabama.
Looking downfield, it's
And just a 3-man rush, and he's going to try and split the safeties, but it's intercepted again. And the return brings him back inside the Oklahoma 30.
And we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable.
I mean, like I said, I have not paid too much attention to what has been going on outside of my own games, but I did not think Matt would be a guy who would be getting beat like this early on. Of course, a lot of game left, like I keep saying, but right now, Alabama in complete control. He threw it straight at Oklahoma and still completed that ball. That linebacker just did not have any awareness of where that ball was. If he did, I mean, he was breaking towards the right sideline, which is probably why he couldn't make a play on that, but that was a gutsy throw there, 2nd and 4. Maybe it was not a good choice for him to wear black. And he keeps it on the option, and Russell breaks the tackle. He has a 1st down. That has to take some of his wear and tear off there.
He keeps it on the option, and it's not always the big play. It's sometimes just getting the 1st down. He does a nice job of knowing where he needed to go. We got a new set of downs.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone.
If this isn't tight man-to-man coverage on this RPO, we know this is going to be thrown. And he threw it late. And it gave him a lot of time to read that. And that was a great play there to blow up that pass in the backfield, the screen pass at 2nd and 13.
And he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
But again, looks like he's going to do another play action. Not a very hard play action fake. He's going to throw to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. It's Bernard who makes the catch. Roll Tide.
Gives the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple.
Hold on a second.
And now they're going to review it. I thought he for sure had that. But if his right foot was out of bounds before he caught it, then it will not count. And it will stand. Yeah, it looked like he had his foot in bounds from my vantage point, and I'm guessing from everybody else's. I was surprised that was even reviewed.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more.
But Alabama 17-0 early in this game. Late 1st quarter, that is now. And he's not going to have a chance to return that.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback.
What will Matt do? What adjustments will he make? nothing has been working for him. But sometimes in these games, you just come up against a team with the much higher overall, and they just absolutely smoke you. I've been on the wrong end of those, and maybe that's what he's on right now. But he's going to run it with Jaden Ott. That's his first down of the game, and he's got plenty more. 30, 20, 10. Boomer Sooner touchdown. Just what the doctor ordered for Matt.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch.
And he really needed that because his offense had nothing going until that 75-yard run.
Going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
PAT is good. They trail now by 10, 17-7.
Now can his defense get off the field? They did all right on that first series. Here's the kickoff. And it's... See if Alabama brings him out. Nope, he's going to take the touchback as well. Nobody's bringing out the kickoffs right now on either side. But we all had to know that Matt wasn't just going to go away that easy. And despite being down by 17, he was still going to lead on his running back.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25.
I know if I was him, I'd run the ball against this front. He's got the numbers, especially on the right side. If he wants it, he's going to throw it. And he's got his tight end open. He doesn't throw it there. Instead, he throws an interception. He went to his tight end earlier in the game for a huge play. He didn't see him this time. When you're locked in, though, it's so hard to make reads like that.
Running play. Can they keep it going here?
Now, with a minute 2 left here in the first quarter, Oklahoma could make this a one-score game, and this has been a wild start, and now a first down for the Sooners.
That's a big gainer there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes
As that's a gain of 13.
So special. He kept referring
Now he's going to
his
show
route running. Here's an example of that.
Cover zero kind of look here.
Enough separation to give the quarterback.
He's going to say, is he going to bracket? Is he going to just... Is he going to send a blitz? And he's going to run the ball to the left side. It's Ott, and a gain of 5. As the safeties eventually came down to make the tackle, they broke out of their man-to-man coverage that they were in. It's the dangerous thing about sending a man blitz. If the blitz doesn't tackle the running back, that running back is free. We already saw Jaden Ott run for 75. Now he's going to throw. He's got a crosser wide open. Inside the 10, first and goal. That's the end of the first quarter. Oh, the Sooners are starting to cook now as they got the big touchdown run. They got an interception off of a bad read. And now, first and goal inside the 10.
Crucial play here to begin
yeah, you could see the other dog in the back.
First and goal.
That's why I turned back. We'll see what he's doing. But here we go. The first play of a quarter problems here is he's already at 3 on the play clock, and I will say this every single stream if I have to, even if it's not my own game, I wish they would fix that. You should have 40 seconds to call your play no matter what play in the game it is. First play of the drive or first play of the quarter is so broken because of that. And now up the middle, and he's unable to get in. He's down at the 1. It'll be third and goal, a huge play for both teams here. I'd expect this to be 4-down territory here for the Sooners. Yeah, you're being graced by my Labrador. But anyways, huge play here. Goal line sets for both teams. And maybe he'll go with the halfback toss or something and surprise him. No, QB sneak touchdown. Boomer Sooner. John Mateer takes it himself.
That's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it.
And Matt has truly settled into this game now as he's within a field goal. As it's now 17-14. This kicks away. and it will be a touchback.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25.
So here we go again. Looks like a read option here for Bama. This time he's going to give it to his back, and he has the first down. He sprung for a gain of 13.
That's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Just what the Tide needed after. Just what the Tide needed after that interception.
It still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability
I'm
to
looking at
pound the
this
rock.
too.
Think about the backs they've had in
I'm not
recent
real
years.
commentator.
Mark Ingram
I'm allowed to
Josh
do whatever I
Jacobs,
want.
Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs
I don't always have to be
recently.
fully locked in.
This is an
But
offense that
anyways,
still
first and
wants to
10.
control things up front and beat
I
you
would
down.
just look at that front and be like, I'm running this ball. Instead, he throws a screen. It's going to go nowhere.
That play is
Loss of 3.
Makes the tackle in the backfield.
This Kip Lewis guy keeps making plays in the backfield for the Sooners. Right now, he might just be their savior on defense because early in this game, they've been getting torched all over the field. And yeah, you can see he got off his block, made the play, 2nd and 13. That ball was almost batted as well. We've seen a lot more batted passes in this game than in previous games.
Back to pass. It's Russell.
And this time he throws across the middle, broken up. So 3rd and long coming up for the Tide. And it's very important that he does not force this ball into a tight window like he did on the last series. And now the Sooners fans making some noise. You can hear them for this 3rd and long. Can you get that deep fade route? He has it wide open, but he throws it out of bounds, and they're going to say he caught it in bounds. And that is ruled a catch. That is not the best throw we've seen, but it works for a first down, and now we're going to get a challenge. We're going to get a challenge. Let's see what happens, because this could be overturned. I thought he was out of bounds.
Targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open
And
wide
the
receiver.
challenge is not successful. He must have had a foot in bounds. I wish you could see the replay, but when you're in a user game, you can't. You can only see it during computer games where the replay. But in these user games, it doesn't happen. So we can't see whether he actually got a foot in or not. A handoff to the left, and he's pushed forward for a first down. As Young again.
Just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration.
He's got almost 9 yards per carry there. You can see off the stats. It seems like every time he's touching the ball, he's gashing the Sooner defense.
Now trying to jam these receivers.
Now he's coming out with the stacked pistol look here. Handoff to the right, and this time it's stopped at the line of scrimmage. And again, Kip Lewis, about the only Sooner that is doing dirty work right now. As it's now 2nd and 10. And yeah, he immediately recognized the handoff. But if he just does another play action, that tight end gets open again, he's in trouble.
6th play of the drive coming up.
But now that it's 2nd and long, that might not work. He's not going to try a play action based off of this look.
Back in motion now. Looking to throw. It's Russell.
Russell looks to throw. He's got his man, the running back, and a great play to break it up at the last second. Running backs don't have as great of hands as wide receivers. That was his 2nd running back. Yeah, he did not. The no switch rule in effect, you can't take control of the receiver and hit secure catch like you used to. In the past, that would have been a touchdown. Because there's no way that you're getting that broken up. Instead, he tried to do the run after catch. That was not very smart. Knowing the end zone's right there, you just do a secure catch. But the AI doesn't know that. 3rd and 10. Looks like he's coming out with a 4 verts look here.
Dropping back.
And showing cover 2. And that is incomplete. As Russell was hit, and Oklahoma's going to keep it a 1-score game. Another field goal try here for Alabama coming up.
To give that play a chance, but he held it
and he makes it look easy.
Too long, and the defense is able
Not that it was hard.
force that incompletion. I was watching this guy,
But that makes it 20-14. We got a good game cooking up here in the SEC Championship. And that's what we were all hoping for.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
And this kickoff is more than halfway through the end zone. Oklahoma's offense is truly settled in now. Jaden Knott got him going on the ground.
The 25-yard line.
The last drive, they did it through the air, although they ran it in from a QB sneak from the half-yard line.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25.
Pistol look here, 2 tight ends for the Sooners, and this is going to be a handoff all the way, and the Tide are all over it.
Nowhere, starting cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Multiple white shirts in the backfield to prevent Jaden Knott from going very far, and I don't know what the offensive line was doing. They just let him run free. But again, same look here, 2 tight ends. Pistol. Well, he handed off again. It's a play-action fake. And he's just going to get it to Ott after faking the handoff, and it's a gain of 11. That actually worked out very well for him. We haven't seen too many 3rd and shorts. I mean, he had the 3rd and goal at the half-a-yard line, which he did the QB sneak from, but we've seen a lot of 3rd and longs for both teams. Because now he can run the ball if he wants.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Looking downfield, it's Mateer.
And that throw complete for a first down. No, they're going to say 4th and inches, and the Sooners have used their challenge.
4th down and inches to go.
Great job by this defensive tackle.
Alabama's going to punt. And yeah, he is short. He had that ball in his left arm. He is short. That is terrible awareness from the tight end. And now this time he'll fair catch it. And he gets whacked anyways. But that was just a weird animation. So now Alabama has a chance to extend their lead going into halftime, and gonna keep saying this. Alabama gets the ball to start the second half. So Oklahoma probably wants to get off the field as soon as possible.
So the offense
and now Alabama falls victim to the first play of the drive that I always bring up, because they just had to burn a timeout after reading the defense. And I'm not sure why they haven't fixed that, because I get it. It takes time for the team to come out in the field, but you already have your first play call by the time you come out in the field.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing.
So it doesn't make sense why that isn't fixed. And now that pass complete for a first down to midfield and then some.
Explosive play through the air.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are. Anymore with Alabama.
And this Alabama wide receiver core is very well diversified.
In recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, the list goes on and on.
Now he's going to try and run a counter play based on what the play art says, and Young gets a gain of 7.
He breaks the tackle on the way to a solid game there.
And he's going to take his time here. I would too. I wouldn't want to give the Sooners the ball back so soon. No pun intended.
That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
I mean, so far right now, Young has been the more consistent of the 2 running backs. Of course, Jaden Knott had that 75-yard run, but outside of that, he hasn't had a whole lot going for him. He had a couple of runs on that second sequence, and now blitz coming for the Sooners, and he's unable to get the sack. It is an incomplete pass. It does bring some wear and tear upon Russell anyways. It is 3rd down. I'm sure he really wanted that sack, because that would have made it 3rd and long. Instead, it's 3rd and 3. Handoff an option here. Play action even an option. The rule says within 6 yards you can do a play action on 3rd down or 4th down for that matter. He's going to have that mesh look out there. And mesh in this game He's probably so broken. It's more broken than in the past, but he's going to do a hot route. Instead, it's incomplete. His receiver fails to hold on to it.
This guy brings up 4th down.
The risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing.
And now
on that sideline about that.
This is a very interesting spot here. You can do field goal, you can punt, you can go for it. But it looks like Alabama's going to punt up by 6. I think it's 4th and 2. Obviously, you don't want to be breaking rules in the conference championship when all of your eyes are on you, because you will be caught. You will be sanctioned.
They'll kick it away here.
And that is not a good punt. That is a terrible punt. Touchback would have been better, as it's out of bounds at the 21. If you're going to do a punt like that, you do it to the other side. He would have had more distance and more room to work with, but he tried to angle that. He tried to angle that very tightly, and it didn't work for him. And now, 5 seconds on the play clock. Motion does get the snap off. And Ott's got it out of the backfield. And Jaden Ott is trying to do stuff in the passing game where he hasn't been able to do much in the run game, again, outside that one run. His rushing stats look really good right now because of that one run.
Once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just
now they have it 1st and 10 at the 35. 14-yard gain at the backfield, and the clock ran after he ran out of bounds because it is outside of 2 minutes, and now it won't be anymore. This is the 2-minute warning.
The lead before the break. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down.
Don't really expect to see a handoff here from Oklahoma. 2 timeouts inside of 2 minutes now. They do an RPO, though, and it's going to work. 50, 40, 30, 20. He's going to be tracked down. He is shoved out of bounds inside the Crimson Tide 10-yard line. And the Sooners have a chance to take the lead here.
For this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game. So this defense,
and that is the majority of Mateer's passing yards right there on that play. Well, not the majority, but close to it.
It is 1st and goal, a great chance.
111 passing yards, and
the break here.
He got about if I do the math right, he got about 50. No, he got, let's see, he was at the 35, and he went out inside the 10. So yeah, he got 55 yards on that RPO bubble screen. But that last play didn't work. It's now 2nd and goal. Alabama shifted their line. He's got time, but nobody open. He's going to try and scramble. He gets sacked. He didn't get it out. And now if you're Alabama, you should be calling a timeout to get this ball back. They're not going to call a timeout. And if I'm bad, I'm just running this clock down. I'm not letting Alabama get this ball back with a lot of time. Touchdown is highly unlikely here now that he's got to go 18 yards in one play. He's going to try it, and it's broken up, and that stops the clock. Now 4th down. We'll have to kick the field goal. And
it'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal.
See if he can drill it, and he does.
He knocks it right through. Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3.
So he inches a little closer as it's now 20-17, and this kick is through the end zone for a touchback.
Doesn't bring the kick out, touchback. They'll start at the 25.
And let's see how aggressive the Tide will be here. Because you can obviously go for the home run and hit it, but you can go for the home run and absolutely look like a fool and strike out. And by strike out, I mean throwing an interception and giving the Sooners a chance to get more points themselves. They're going to be aggressive here. They're going to look to throw. And a deep drop here. He's got time. And this is a dangerous throw, but it's caught. The Sooners drop 2 for it back. And the Tide get a huge play there to Bernard, who has a touchdown catch in this game.
As this half is coming to a close, here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because
and I'm not sure what the safeties were doing. They were dropping back further than Russell can throw the football. And as a result, they get the big play, and now they're at the Sooners' 33-yard line. They're going to have to tighten up a lot here defensively. they give up another touchdown, they could be in huge trouble. And they go to the corner, and that's broken up.
Can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up
second and 10, 30 seconds to go here as Russell.
Catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the
He's
ball
been
away.
smart,
But
other than the one
bottom line is,
interception.
that's a pass you
The interception, of
gotta
course,
come
would
up
be massive
with
right
and
now.
make
This
catch.
game would be a lot different if it wasn't for that. But he's been very smart with the ball. He's been finding his guys. And that throw was a little behind the receiver. That probably was what caused the incompletion. That throw's on the money. That's a big catch again. But, of course, Matt's going to keep showing those two high safeties. If he keeps dropping into cover twos, those corner routes can absolutely destroy him. But nobody open here. A big sack. And Alabama needs to call timeout.
Finally get to the quarterback with that sack. He was already
But they're not going to.
in this first half. So the
I mean,
defense
I guess with 19 seconds left here, but look at that. The clock runs down. 6, 5, 4, 3. This is it.
Very long, looking to throw.
He's just got to go to the end zone here. 1v1, hoping for the play. Out of bounds.
No time left.
And terrible clock management there by, I believe, Green, because he could have had a timeout, and it would have been his last timeout. I get it, but he could have then ran a play, tried to get out of bounds, and that was better than that result, of course, as now he cannot take that timeout with him into the second half. He gets the ball to start the second half. That's the one thing he has going for him, and he still has the 3-point lead as well. But he could have at least tried to have extended that. Of course, taking the massive sack in the first place was terrible. But anyways, we're set up for a really good second half here. As we've seen some monster plays, interceptions, sacks, a couple big passing plays down the field, and of course the 75-yard touchdown run from Jaden Ott that got Oklahoma going. Jet touch pass to start the second half, and look at this. He's into space, and he had the safety to beat, and he couldn't beat him, but he is tackled at the 44, gain of 19.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards.
That's about the
and come up with
easiest
a nice first down.
15-plus yard completion you can have as a quarterback with that jet touch pass.
And here's that
As the Sooners were unable to fill all the gaps. Now it looks like they're going to come out with a similar look here, another jet motion, and they're going to fake the jet touch pass. And now Russell is loose, and he's tiptoeing the sideline, and he is gone! Roll Tide touchdown!
Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine.
And that is some Ole defense if I've ever seen that.
And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And actually, that was Ryan Williams. That was a Wildcat. Why was I saying as the quarterback? Of course he was faster than the entire rest of the defense. And that is the first time I've seen him touch the ball in this whole game.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
And that's why you got to pay attention to who's that quarterback.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback.
But anyways, the Sooners will come out at the 25, and that is very demoralizing. At the end of the first half, their defense made a huge stop, preventing the Tide from getting points, but then they ran a jet touch pass, and then that softened up the defense, and then they came out with the Wildcat with Ryan Williams at the quarterback spot. The first time he's touched the ball in the whole game, and he does not get touched himself.
On first down,
The Sooners had some Ole defense, and now they're going to have to play some Ole offense. But that's not how to do it. Bad throw there.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing
And second down.
between a quarterback and a receiver. But man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of
Jaden
time
Ott,
out there to throw
hand
the ball.
off.
And
The blocks hold
eventually,
up long enough for him to get to the outside, and he's knocked down after game 6, setting up a 3rd and 4.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores.
Third and 4. The Tide drop out of the blitz, and he finds the open spot in the zones.
They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs.
Past midfield, and I've been saying that a lot. I feel like there's been a lot of up and down the field in this game, but also a lot of big plays on defense too. This has been an explosive game on both sides. And now pressure comes in late, and it is held on to for a gain of 4. Nice grab there out of the backfield. He got popped there. I'm not sure how he held on. There's got to be some wear and tear.
Offense getting set. It's second down.
There's got to be some wear and tear building up right now for Jaden Knox for as many shots as he's taking. And I'm not even talking just out of the running game, but he's caught a lot of passes too.
And the quarterback drops.
Second and 6, and a quick out route caught. First down and more.
They bring him down, but that's a
and he's all the way to the 30 is Deion Burks.
Anytime you have a chance,
Springs free. He had a 1,000-yard receiving season for the Sooners.
The Sooners offense is on the move now.
And they're going to need a lot more of him because right now it's been mostly Jaden Knott, whether it's been running the ball or throwing to him. Mainly throwing to him, actually, really. That's how he's been able to soften up the Alabama defense. But here he's going to run it up the middle with Ott. First down, a gain of 13, and now he's rolling.
First time yards before they finally bring him down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can
and the Sooners really need a touchdown here
set up play action and
to
get the
respond.
to come up to the line
I mean, of course, the way this game is going,
of
wouldn't be shocked if it happens in the next 2 plays. Also would not be shocked if we see something like another interception.
And
a handoff to the outside. Ott is stopped in the backfield.
Behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice game.
Second and long.
He's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
He's not going to let Jaden Ott easily run it to the left here. Play action. And he just throws it away. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Yeah, he had a guy wide open right in front of him. Of course, it wouldn't have been a deep shot. I wonder if he pushed the wrong button. I wonder if he meant to throw it to the flat. Because he had a decent gain. It would have been 3rd and short, or maybe even a first down. Instead, it's 3rd and 12.
It's
Mateer rolls left. And not open. It's intercepted. He threw it into double coverage. Just like I said, you could see an interception as well.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself.
And the Sooners can't even get 3. They absolutely, I said they needed a touchdown. 3 would have been better than 0. They get 0. And now, if the Tide can go down the field, run some clock, and get a touchdown. Forget about running clock, though. He's got a man open. And it's caught. And I'm surprised he was caught because that was Ryan Williams. That corner must have some speed on him to make that recovery. The ball was slightly underthrown. Maybe that's what helped them, but still a huge gain for the Tide as now they're on the Sooners side of the field in one play. Now a screen pass coming up, and his user came out of there like a P98 and made the tackle. What a play for Matt to read that screen, because if he doesn't do that, that play breaks huge.
What the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating
2nd and 9.
The screen here.
RPO. He tries to stop the run, and he goes to the bubble. A gain of 6. The Sooners got to hold him to a field goal. You can't give up 6. There's not much room to work with if you're Alabama. That is the one advantage the Sooners have. You're not going to get. You could still get toasted by Ryan.
Movement here from the tight end.
Lots of motion here. This has all the looks of a pull-pin sweep, and that is exactly what they do. And great blocking from the offensive line. Touchdown! Roll Tide! Richard Young finds the end zone.
From the line of scrimmage, I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he
And
has
it's an
to take
extra
it all
and
the
an
way
extra
to the
point
house.
that will put them up by 3 scores.
So they'll try to add to the
And that's
lead
what I'm
now.
saying. This could be an absolutely devastating drive for Alabama if they find pay dirt, and they found pay dirt, and they did it in a very smart way. They ran that pull pin sweep against the weak side of the formation, and the left side of the offensive line, you saw pancake after pancake over there. And then those offensive linemen were just roaming free downfield, waiting for somebody to block.
They'll start from the 25.
And yeah, I do put a lot of emphasis on the line of scrimmage in this game because that is what you cannot control, regardless of no switch rules or anything else. Because when you're running the ball a lot like these two teams are, you got to have a great offensive line on both sides. And now Oklahoma looking for the deep shot, but that is never going to work with that safety way back there. That ball was too high. The no switch rule probably hurt there too, because that was an aggressive catch attempt. I would have probably tried to do a rack attempt, but a great play by the safety to get his hand in there and swat it.
The incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again.
And now nobody near Jaden Knott out of the backfield, and that's the easiest first down we'll have the entire day.
That's a solid game.
Well, this is great execution
Besides maybe the
on
75-yard touchdown.
Back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent
Nobody
a
was
message
near
to
him.
the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Alabama's just got to have their ears pinned back and try and go after the quarterback, but he's got to find a man deep into Tide territory.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big
So now he's at the
play for
26,
this offense.
and
it just seems like over the years,
it's absolutely critical that the Sooners score now.
Receivers
They have to score here. They cannot turn it over.
This offense, and it gets you the yards you need.
And that pass caught across the middle. Touchdown, Boomer Sooners. And that is a quick response from them, and that is what they needed. Down by 17, they could not afford to take a lot of time, and they didn't waste any of it. 34 to 24 after that big touchdown completion there.
And it comes out of the 25.
Their defense has to make a play now. Something they have not been able to do in the second half this far.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the wideout goes in motion.
So now they're going to fake the jet touch pass again, but this time the Sooners are ready for it. They've made some adjustments.
Man, every defensive coordinator,
And it's now 2nd and 11.
I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
To throw, it's Russell.
Now Russell looking to throw, and his user played that very well because that crosser was open, or was going to be open at first.
Recognize a free rusher like that. That's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
So now it's 3rd and 11. I'm just checking with these.
The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long.
Minute 1 to go. And 3rd and 11, and it's a big 3rd down for Oklahoma to get off the field here, and double covered, and that is broken up. So the Sooners get the stop. Momentum swinging back in their direction. Just when you think the game might just be starting to get out of hand. This is a bad punt, by the way, and they're going to stay away from it. That did take a Tide bounce, but it's still good field position for the Sooners. But just when you think the game might be getting out of hand, Matt finds a way back into it very quickly. A very quick touchdown catch, a very quick 3-and-out from the defense, and now a play-action fake here. And he's not going to have much open, but he's going to look for the streak, and it is caught! They're going to rule that a catch, and yes, he had 2 feet to bounce it back from his tight end, Carson Kent. As that is a first down, and now at the 15, he could get it to within 1 score before the quarter ends here. course, he doesn't have to wait for the quarter, or he doesn't have to rush it through the end of the third quarter here. He's going to run it up the middle of Jaden Hahn. Of course, that's a smart thing to do. 103 rushing yards, the majority of them coming on that 75-yard run back in the first quarter. Is he going to get the snap off here? Yes, he does. He must have liked what he saw, but nobody open. He's just going to scramble, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners, to end the third quarter. Boomers, Sooners.
That's exactly what this offense
As Matt is going to get it back to within a field goal. This has been such a topsy-turvy game.
Get a stop. Give this hot offense the football back.
And the third quarter is going to end with an extra point for the Sooners, bringing it to within 3, 34-31.
Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish.
And if this fourth quarter is even half as good as the first 3 quarters, I'm excited for it. The kick's away. 8 minutes on the clock to determine the SEC champ and the automatic playoff spot and the first round bye. That's really what this game is about. Who's going to get that first round bye? The loser of this game should definitely still be in the playoff. 100%. I am convinced both of these teams have put up playoff-type performance here.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
Not that I see the Sooners dropping 5 spots. They might drop 2 spots, though, and that would be huge, of course. They'd have to play on the road in their first playoff game. So this is a big game for them, but now
it's a false start.
The Tide, again, falling victim to that first play of the drive. As that is a false start. They just tried to call audibles. There was 2 seconds on the play clock, and an offensive lineman moved before that clock even hit 0. That's just something that has never made sense. It's now 1st and 15. They shift the defensive line, and now run right up the middle. It's Young for a gain of 11.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top.
He's had more consistent runs than Jaden Hahn.
And a big part of the reason
he has way less rushing yards, but I keep referring to that 75-yard run that Hahn had in the first quarter. So now 2nd and 4.
On the toss play,
he's run the toss to the left. It's not going to work. This time the Sooners were ready for it after he ran that pulpit sweep earlier. It was not going to work this time. And he didn't even motion a tight end or anyone to that side to help this time. It's 3rd and long now. Well, 3rd and medium, 3rd and 7.
And if you're going to throw the ball, it better be a high percentage throw to keep the receiver in bounds.
Huge play for both teams here. Empty backfield here for Alabama. He's spreading everybody out.
Dropping back.
Again, that cover 2 that he's been relying on the whole game is not going to work here. In fact, nobody's going to bring him down until he gets to the 37 of the Sooners. And once again, Ole defense from the Sooners. I mean, he had the first down anyways, but at least come up and make the tackle.
Getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
So now he's set up to get points here, and he's going to have a good front to run this ball on. And he finds the space. He shakes the linebacker. He shakes the safety. And then another guy from behind has to bring him down. They're in the red zone once more. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental.
Can the Tide answer the Sooners' quick scores? The score of their own here. Play action. The pressure's coming. And he throws a dangerous ball, but it's caught. Touchdown. Roll Tide.
This offense cannot be stopped. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us this is my time.
He threw it right over the defender's head.
Well, anytime you see a
He
performance
dared,
like this out of
he
a
absolutely
quarterback,
just
like the
toyed
stars
with them by
quarterback's
doing
his
that.
job. The play
And now the
caller is
Tide
seeing the
safely
defense
back up by
putting
10
in
points with just
position
under
to
6 minutes to go. I mean, it's
Get
not
the
over,
line and the receiver,
but
it's a job that they're doing
this
as well.
is a lot more comfortable than what they were in just a minute ago. They had a 3rd and 7 with a 3-point lead on their own side of the field, and the Sooners gave it up.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted.
And they gave up a huge gain on that third down, and now they're going to have to answer. You're going to have to do it quick. Within 2 minutes, ideally, if you're a Sooners fan.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25.
The Tide aren't really dropping a lot of guys back. The guy that's furthest back is only 10 yards off the line.
Looking to scramble.
But here you got a scramble attempt. He's just going to throw up the deep shot, and it's intercepted. And that is an ill-advised pass. He could have just thrown it away and played for another down, but instead he throws it to the Tide. And now they have the ball up by 2 scores a couple minutes into the fourth quarter. And that turnover belt has come out several times in this game now.
You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
And I'm not sure if there's a way back in the game now for Matt if points are going to be scored here. And another 9-yard gain. They have to stop the run. They cannot allow gains like that to keep happening. They absolutely have to. They have to start run committing. They have to start boxing up the line of scrimmage. 6, 7, maybe even 8 guys to stop that run. And here, yeah, that's exactly what they're doing here. They have a lot more guys in the box for this one. But it doesn't matter as they get a first down.
Good enough for first down yardage.
That's their backup running back, Miller, getting action.
Outstanding vision to be able to find those creases.
And that's going to tick some clock down for the Tide, as they're now going to be under 5 minutes to play. And that does sound like a lot of time, but Oklahoma's down by 10.
First down now.
They have to score 10 points within this time, but first things first, they have to get the ball back. And it's likely they'll have to score more than 10 because they're in field goal range, and a screen pass is going to get blown up in the backfield. Very safe play to run if you're Alabama, as long as you don't throw incomplete or throw an interception. But if Alabama's smart, they're running this clock down inside of 4 minutes. The way the defense has played, throughout this game for the most part, other than a couple huge plays, I would trust them. And now blitz comes, wide open guy on the flat, and smartly stays in bounds after a gain of 11. Does he try to fight for extra yards or lose the ball, and it's 3rd and 3? If he gets this first down, he could run this thing down to almost 2 minutes, unless Matt decides to start using timeouts. They're going to run on the RPO, and he stops the run. So just what the doctor ordered, as he had to get the stop right there to have any chance.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here.
And now, how aggressive will this field goal block attempt be? He's got to be spamming that R2 button to try and block this kick, if I was him. He doesn't get a block animation, and this kick is perfect, and it's now a 13-point game. Inside of 4 minutes to play now, Oklahoma's going to need a big play or two. He's had some big plays in him in this game, but Alabama. If I'm Alabama, I'm starting to back guys up a little more. You can't play a lot of. The play cooldown does apply on defense, and it does apply to prevent formations. But I'd be playing. If it wasn't for that, I'd be playing a lot of that. I'd be playing a lot of 3 high safeties with man coverage underneath and stuff like that. Letting him take the stuff underneath like that. And does he get out of bounds? He does. He absolutely needed to get out of bounds. He didn't make a move to, but he's very fortunate. 2nd and a yard.
Completion makes it 2nd down.
They're pressing on the right side of the field. What are they doing? I mean, the Sooners don't beat the press, but they get the first down here. The clock's going to run. That is an inbounds catch outside of 2 minutes to play still.
Back to throw. It's Mateer.
He's using that corner. Nobody to throw to. Mateer could get sacked. He can't take the sack. And he throws it out of bounds. It's very smart. Much smarter than he was on that last drive with that decision.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job
2nd and 10.
Up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage And I think it's really impacting this
Play action.
quarterback's rhythm.
Roll out to the left. Nobody open again. Has to throw it out of bounds.
Man, I like this play.
He takes a hit as well.
Is it the right play, throwing it away like that? But given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
50 yards to pay dirt, needing 2 touchdowns. 3rd and 10. Crosser not open. He's got all kinds of time. Now he has to throw it up. And that ball is caught! Inside the 10, 1st and goal. The Sooners have to hurry back to the line.
Solid game, though, in the completion. And the Sooners pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
And now Alabama's going to call timeout. I mean, I get it, but like at least wait for them to get lined up. That way they're burning as much time. You might have saved them like 4 or 5 seconds there. Might not sound like a big deal, but when they need 2 scores, it is a big deal. RPO, they're going to run the ball, and that didn't work. Unbelievable play call there. Yes, you have Jaden Ott, but right now you got to throw it. 2nd and goal. He's going to throw to the left side. Double covered, intercepted. Alabama going to take it the other way. And they more than likely will be coming. And now Oklahoma just burned a timeout. And it is almost a done deal for the Tide. They are looking pretty good now. With 2:38 to play, there's almost no way back for Matt. And he reduced himself down to 1 timeout as well.
On the ground, it's Young. Try to run it up the middle.
He'll use his final timeout here. 1 first down, and this game is over.
Taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
He's thrown too many interceptions in this game. And that is the difference. Alabama threw 1 bad interception in that first quarter. Matt has thrown 4, if I remember correctly.
Press coverage now from the secondary.
And anything other than a handoff is really dumb right now if you're Alabama. But now you're going to run this clock down inside of 3 minutes. You're going to go to the 2-minute timeout. If you're Alabama, you're giving this guy the ball back with about 1 minute 10 left. If he stops you. And that is with him needing 13 points.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down.
And why he even has a safety like 20 yards back, I don't know. But it's not going to matter. He's not going to run the play before the 2-minute timeout. That was a smart thing to do. I would say, why do you have a safety 20 yards back, basically taking him out of the play? He's not going to throw the ball.
Not going to be easy here.
Not if he's smart. He's going to just run the ball.
First down.
Yeah, this time he doesn't have guys that are 30 yards back. Let's run the ball. Let him have it with just under a minute left, but he's going to get the first down and seal it.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead.
The Sooners were not ready for that.
Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working.
And why the Tide are kneeling this clock out, I don't know. They should be taking a knee right now. They're going to hand it off anyways, risk of a fumble or an injury. Just take it and get out of here. Take your championship. There we go. Well, congrats to I Bleed Green in Alabama for winning this SEC championship. It was a very good game. I was very privileged to call this. I'm still considering whether or not I'll be able to call the Big Ten championship game. I got to eat something.
So 2nd and short.
I know it's I know the conference championship for the Big Ten is at 8:30. So should have time to get back on the computer by then. But that clock runs out. The SEC champ has been crowned. Alabama is going to get a first-round bye in the college football playoff. And for Oklahoma, disappointment. It looks likely that they will be playing a road game. They should still very well be in the playoffs, but they're likely going to be the visiting team in the first round. Because they won't drop you much, but they might drop you 1 or 2 spots. And if they drop them anywhere, if they drop them 1 or 2 spots, they're the visiting team in that first round most likely. And they're ranked number 7, but that doesn't mean they're going to be number 8, for example, in the playoff brackets. So you can see that championship banner has popped up. And we're going to turn off desktop audio for now. But this was a great game. I'm grateful to have been able to call it and to be on the microphone for it. But for now, I have to go. I got to take care of the puppers. I got to take care of myself. I got to eat something. But I may or may not do the Big Ten championship game. We'll see. TBD on that one. But until then, this is your boy J-Bob signing off, saying see you next time from League of Ordinary Gentlemen. If I don't see y'all again, have a great rest of your night.